It is currently 1:27 a.m. on Friday, August the 16th, as I am hitting the recording button here on Audacity. Normally, when it comes to my YouTube videos, whether the video be scripted or off-the-cuff commentary like this video is, although I don't think I've done any off-the-cuff commentary, really. I mean, have I done off-the-cuff before? I don't know if I have, actually. I would need to look through my older videos. I forget off the top of my head if I have. Regardless if this is my first just off-the-cuff, not scripted, video and whatnot, or if it's like the one of few, because I vastly, I prefer to script things when I can, but when it comes to a particular topic like this, I don't think I could make a script for this. I mean, I could definitely try, but I just get that feeling that for a topic such as this one, I just need to not even worry about typing up a script and just, say what comes to my mind, say what I think of, and all of that. But, regardless of whether the video is scripted or off the cuff or, regardless of the logistics of the video itself, I normally like to record my scripts and everything in the middle of the day, if I can help it, because that way I'm fully, still ready to go and productive and everything. I normally don't like to record super late into the night. And all that, just because I'm in wind down mode at that point. But this is an exception. I was about to say this is a exception. I passed English class. I passed my my language arts classes, I swear. But like I said, today is an exception because I have been thinking about this all day today, or all day yesterday, leading into today, if you want to get specific with it. The particular topic that I am referring to is the shutdown, the cease and desist of the multiplayer of the Modern Warfare 2 Multiplayer Remastered mod, essentially. Modern Warfare 2 2009. It was supposed to be on the Modern Warfare Remastered engine. It was made by the H2M team, the H2 mod team. Where they were aiming to take Modern Warfare Remastered's engine, essentially, port over a lot of Modern Warfare Remastered's assets, a lot of Modern Warfare 2 Campaign Remastered's assets. If I'm understanding the logistics right, if someone is more familiar with the project and there's more to it than that, or I'm wrong when I say it's just asset importing and whatnot, please correct me in the comments here. But it was essentially that was supposed to be like the next thing. And I was looking forward to it so much because I never really got a good chance to play Modern Warfare 2 2009's multiplayer. For reference, I was born in 2001, so Modern Warfare 2 2009, I was, 8 years old? 8, 9, somewhere around there when this game first came out. And even though looking back on it, I did start off with Call of Duty a bit younger than I probably should have. Like the first game that I really was introduced with was the original Black Ops, Call of Duty Black Ops 1. Even though that was my first real Call of Duty that I got into, I played bits and pieces of COD 4 and Modern Warfare 2 2009 and all of that. But my bread and butter was, Black Ops 1, Modern Warfare 3 2011, Black Ops 2 The GOAT, my personal favorite Call of Duty game of all time. And then, I was there for Ghost, Advanced Warfare. I kind of became less interested in Call of Duty after Black Ops 3, and then the whole debacle with Infinite Warfare. I didn't even really play much Modern Warfare Remastered when that came out alongside Infinite Warfare and everything. I think on my Xbox, on the Series X, I'm only at level 30 something, not even prestiged in there. So my interest in Call of Duty, hit an all-time low, and all of that. I barely touched COD World War II. I skipped out on Black Ops 4. I mean, I have a disc copy of Black Ops 4, but that's only because my dad got Call of Duty Black Ops 4 for me on that Christmas and whatnot. And I'm like, hey, you know what? Free Christmas gift. I'll still take it and everything. And then after the travesty of a firestorm of a disaster that was Modern Warfare 2019, I have ever since then been on a Call of Duty hiatus. Aside from Black Ops Cold War, because I got that game on my PlayStation 5 here as it was free for whatever month it was for PlayStation Plus subscribers and whatnot. But ever since then, I've been on a bit of a semi hiatus. Now that Modern Warfare 3 2023 is on Xbox Game Pass, I might give that game a shot. With it being on Game Pass, I might give it a shot on my Series X and whatnot. But I don't know. Maybe not. I'm not sure. But anyway, the whole point of me recounting my experience with Call of Duty there, I know that was a little bit of a side tangent that I went on, not exactly focused on the shutdown of H2M, huh? But the the reason why I went on that tangent is because I wanted to talk about my history with Call of Duty, and give context as to why I was excited for H2M. Because for me, it wasn't even necessarily about reliving the glory days of Modern Warfare 2 2009, but rather experiencing them for the first time. And especially with a lot of the things that were promised, the fact that you couldn't use an unlock all command. You had to progress. You would have had to. That's upsetting. You would have had to. I just realized the wording, with the project being dead now, essentially. You would have had to. God, that sucks to say. Progress through the ranks as normal. Get through your prestiges, unlock the weapon attachments, unlock expanded camos and everything. A lot of the Modern Warfare 2 campaign remastered maps were made into multiplayer maps as well by the H2M team. And there was just, a lot to go after, a lot to do. There was the grind to rank 1000 as well. It would have been server-based, so none of us would have to worry about the manipulative, skill-based / engagement optimized matchmaking that's in current-day Call of Duty. And best of all, it would have, stayed true to the core identity of what COD used to be and everything. To my knowledge, at least, there weren't plans for any, skins and bundles and everything, and whatnot. You would have been your regular, frontline soldiers and everything, which me personally, I am definitely over the hero shooter bullshit that's in most games, today. I don't want to be an established character. I don't want to be someone special. I just want to be a standard grunt, a standard frontline soldier, a cog in the machine that is the team, not this established hero shooter, whoever the hell, that person thinks they are, kind of thing. Activision, you can make really good looking microtransactions and bundles and skins and everything and just have us be typical frontline soldiers, not these established hero characters and shit, But alas, that mod would never see the light of day, as on Friday the 15th, on the H2M Discord and on Twitter, H2M, the team, posted that they got a cease and desist from Activision Publishing. They said they would be complying with the order and shutting down all operations, excuse me, right then and there. And, if you go to their Discord, it's just empty, The announcements channel is empty. The general chat, the only thing that's there are the once in a blue moon posts out of the sea of the server being boosted by people. In particular, Watchful Wolf linking to his YouTube and saying that we'll talk soon. I imagine he's probably going to need a couple days, to grieve and everything before even making a statement, so I'm not expecting, a video to be made by him tomorrow or anything. Even if Watchful Wolf, who was the founder of the H2M, so the leader, essentially, even if Watchful Wolf and everyone else who was part of the team, knew that this was happening and they, put most of their eggs in that basket and everything, even if they were in a position where emotionally they'd be ready to make videos and things of the immediately tomorrow, or I guess today, I should say, as when I'm recording the audio here, the commentary rather, that still wouldn't, make the pain of not being able to launch it easier, And I've seen posts from people about how, you can still get H2M, the files are leaked and all of this and that, you can still do this, you gotta, get all of this and that and everything on there. And I'm not willing to take the risk of getting a virus on my PC here. I'm not willing, especially because this PC of mine, this PC in question being an early birthday gift from my dad and my grandma on his side. I finally got my own desktop. I know I've talked about it on my Twitch, but I haven't talked about it on my YouTube. But yeah, I got my own PC and everything. Now I don't want to ruin I don't want to get a virus, and all of that. I don't want to be led on, and everything. I and plenty of other players, we've already been burned by Activision once. I don't want to get burned again by, a scammer and everything, especially since we, us in America and like however many other people were affected by it, we've already been scammed and like fucked with because of the Social Security, hack that happened, right, and everything. So, God, that's veering off topic of H2M though. I'll dial it back in. That would be another topic for another person to cover. I'm a gaming channel at heart, not a real life hacking situation kind of guy, kind of channel, and everything. But on the note of getting burned and everything by Activision, Activision did the scummiest thing possible when it came to this. So for anyone unfamiliar with what happened, Modern Warfare Remastered conveniently went on sale this week. You would usually need to fork over $40 and some change when you throw in tax and whatnot to get it on PC. But it was on sale for 50% off. So we ended up, I and however many other people bought Modern Warfare Remastered on PC, for the sake of H2M. We were able to get it for $20 and some change, however much like the taxes were on there. And I downloaded it. I, did some testing and everything. I made sure to not play over 2 hours because in the back of my head, I was like, what if this gets shut down, and everything. The pessimist in me, as hopeful as I was that H2M would see the light of day, my pessimism was right, unfortunately. And all of that. But basically, so what Activision did was they put Modern Warfare Remastered on sale for this week. They waited until the game went off sale when it was back to its regular price. So after August the 14th, and then, just a couple hours before H2M was set to release on Friday the 16th here, on Thursday the 15th, Activision sends the Cease and Desist. Activision waited until Modern Warfare Remastered went off sale, was no longer on sale, rather, and after people would have more than likely already played for more than 2 hours, which for anyone who isn't aware of the Steam refund policy, why I'm harping on about 2 hours here, when it comes to Steam, they usually hand out refunds for a game if it has been less than 14 days since you bought it, and if you have less than 2 hours of playtime on there. So if there are people out there who played the game for more than 2 hours, if they bought it this week for the sake of H2M, you can still file for a refund. It's just not essentially guaranteed anymore through Steam. They even, Steam even says it on their website, if you've gone past, 2 hours and 14 days, or 2 hours or 14 days, 2 hours and, or, I guess, 14 days, you can still submit a refund request and we'll still take a look at it. It's just, less likely that the refund will be approved at that point. I only had about 30 minutes or so of playtime on Modern Warfare Remastered on PC, and I had owned the game for less than 14 days, so I was able to get my $20 and some change back, pretty easily. It only took a couple hours from when I submitted the request for me to get the approval, the confirmation, and whatnot. But for anyone who played for more than 2 hours, and for anyone who is not lucky enough to get their refund request approved through Steam, Activision just essentially took the money and run. Took the money and ran, excuse me. Yeah, wow, okay. Maybe I did not pass English/language arts here. Oh boy, that would be a little troublesome if I somehow scammed my way through my K-8 in high school education. But as plenty of other people have phrased it, Activision pulled out the rug from under us. They waited for us to buy Modern Warfare Remastered, play it enough to where we would not be eligible for an not automatic, but guaranteed, essentially, refund through Steam, and they took the money and ran. Absolute scumbag pieces of shit. And, I can't imagine how Watchful Wolf and everyone on the H2M team must be feeling right now. I know I referenced it a little bit ago when I was talking about, like, when, like, the response and everything on, like, Watchful Wolf's part would be released and whatnot. But centering back on that again, I cannot imagine how painful it must be to spend however long, the people spent on H2M. I presume it's been like years, at this point, right? I cannot imagine spending years on a project like that, getting so close to the release, less than 24 hours away, effectively, and then getting told by Activision, no, your efforts will go wasted. You will not be releasing this mod on this day. And what has myself and a lot of others confused is why Activision sent the cease and desist entirely. Because for anyone who remembers SM2, SM2 was supposed to be essentially Call of Duty's best hits. Originally, it was on either the COD 4 or Modern Warfare 2 engine, or maybe those were one of this. I'm not familiar with Call of Duty like engines, so if COD 4 and MW2 2009 were the same engine, then please let me know. But the engine that, that old engine was originally what SM2 was supposed to be released on, but then SM2 got updated and moved over to, funnily enough, the Modern Warfare Remastered engine. But what lots of people theorized happened as to why SM2 got shut down was because supposedly SM2 would support pirated/cracked copies of Modern. I think you had to have Modern Warfare Remastered on Steam and everything. With that being the main engine that SM2 was on, I forget off the top of my head. I would need to brush up on the exact details. Again, so take what I'm saying with a grain of salt here, essentially, because I'm not sure off the top of my head. But regardless of the logistics of it all, whatever Call of Duty you needed to own, it would support, or SM2 rather, would support pirated/cracked versions. And so Activision said, nope, we need our sales and whatnot. So they said that's what the cease and desist was for. That's what's theorized, at least. Which makes the cease and desist of not SM2 of H2M all the more confusing, because the developers, the people behind H2M, were very clear that you needed to have a legitimate copy of Modern Warfare Remastered on Steam. It would not support pirated/cracked versions. I've seen a ton of theories and speculation and whatnot on Twitter and everything. But the one that stood out to me specifically from Drifter, I saw a tweet from Drifter where he says something to the effect of maybe the reason why H2M got cease and desisted was because it was the release of that mod would be too close to the beta of Black Ops 6. And Activision, the higher-ups at Activision, were worried that anyone who got taken away from the Black Ops 6 beta and into H2M, they wouldn't proceed to buy Black Ops 6. They wouldn't proceed to buy the latest Call of Duty and whatnot. That's the one that stands out to me, and that's the one that is currently, at least as of this recording and as of when the video is going up here, the most plausible, or the one that I can wrap my head around the most. I've seen other people say that it's just a matter of Activision needing to protect their intellectual property, and if they were to not send a cease and desist to H2M, then other Call of Duty mods could come in, and they'd be like, well, you guys didn't cease and desist H2M, so, and everything like that. And eventually it would lead to a spiral of all of these different mods, and Call of Duty, wouldn't be getting as much money per year and all of this and that. Whether or not it was just because Activision needed to establish, their iron fist over their IP, or, the one that, now that I think about it, okay, so the tweet that Drifter said, where it was possibly because of the Black Ops 6 beta being around the corner, I think that is the reason, in the current moment. That is the one that I can wrap my head around in the current moment. But in the long term, say H2M got released just fine, And, there was no conflict with the Black Ops 6 beta, if that is indeed why Activision sent the cease and desist, right? I think that it would have been not a matter of if, but a matter of when H2M would get a cease and desist anyway, because it is also theorized that Activision is holding on to a Modern Warfare 2 2009 multiplayer remaster of their own, an official one, not a mod. Because when Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 Campaign Remastered came around, we were all thinking, oh shit, are we going to get the multiplayer too? We did not get the multiplayer, and we didn't get Spec Ops either. We just got the campaign. But because there are the assets and everything from the campaign already, a lot of the vehicles, the weapons, the character models, and whatnot, it's been theorized that Activision is saving their official Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 2009 multiplayer remastered for another rainy day. So say another situation like Infinite Warfare's launch releases, where there's massive community backlash, and it's looking like Activision is not going to make as much money. The shareholders are in a panic. They're saying, hey, money is going to be made, right? And everything. So that is probably when, they would say release the floodgates, save our profits and gross shit like that. So like even if H2M got off the ground here and now, I think it would have been only a matter of time because, like, say for example, H2M was still up and running and Call of Duty did indeed have its rainy day and everything, where the trailer gets mass disliked. It becomes, what was it, the second most disliked YouTube video as a whole back in 2016 with Infinite Warfare, only beaten by Justin Bieber's song Baby, I think, at that time. Nowadays, the number one most disliked YouTube video is 2018 YouTube Rewind, if my memory serves me right. Little side tangent again. Focusing back on Call of Duty, not YouTube Rewind, dear God. So say another situation like that happens where there's mass dislikes, people are saying they're not going to buy the game this year, the shareholders and, the higher-ups of the higher-ups get panicked and they're like, hey, we're going to make our money, right? We need our infinite growth. We need to not have a single down year and whatnot, right? So that would be when Activision would send a cease and desist saying, hey, get the fuck out of the way. We need to launch our official, Modern Warfare 2 2009 multiplayer remaster and whatnot. So, as pessimistic as it is for me to say, and as probably angering, to some as it would be for them to hear to hear this, understandably so, it's not even that I blame you for being upset at what I'm about to say. I just, don't shoot the messenger, please. I think it would have been a matter of when, not a matter of if, It would have just been a matter of how much playtime we would have gotten with H2M. And for some, the people who got early access for the mod and everything, the content creators and whatnot, they were the lucky ones who got to experience classic Modern Warfare 2 2009, the classic multiplayer back then. No skill-based matchmaking, no engagement-optimized matchmaking, more accurately, I should say. No ridiculous, skins. You're just typical frontline soldiers. You're cogs in the machine that is the team. You could go for tactical nukes. Your Harrier chopper gunner tactical nuke. Your Harrier AC-130 tactical nuke. Your Harrier pave low tactical nuke. And all of that. One-man army noob tubes did get fixed, though. That was the one, change, I think, out of the entire... One, notable change, I should say, out of the entire, balance of it. So I presume that, danger close noob tubes would have still been absolutely lethal. You'd still be able to get cross maps on those and everything. And... yeah, man, that just sucks. It just sucks that I'm not going to be able to experience classic Call of Duty because I can't buy it on PC. I mean, it's still up for purchase, but the old Call of Duty games on PC, their security has been incredibly messed with. Not unless I wanted to go out of my way to install whatever mods. H1, is it? I'm not sure. Whatever client, I should say, not mod, whatever client I would need to install to make sure that I don't get RCE'd, that I don't get a remote code execution thing on my PC, that I don't get my IP address doxed and doxed, however you say that, that I don't get my IP address doxed, and that I don't know. It's just a crummy situation all around. Man. I don't know. I've seen whispers that people have been trying to contact Activision higher ups, trying to plead with them and whatnot. There's a change.org petition. I personally didn't bother with signing it just because change.org petitions, to me at least, usually don't result in much. They usually don't result in much, and you have to put in your address and shit. You have to put in your personal info if you want to sign it, and why does a change.org petition need that kind of info? Exactly. Why do they need that? There's probably a decent reason when you boil down to it, or maybe not. I don't know. Before someone in the comments is like, well, actually, there's a pretty good reason why change.org actually needs your info and whatnot. So before that. Which to be clear, if you do know why change.org would need my address and everything, that's not meant to be like a sarcastic, well, I guess you could. No, if you want to, go for it. I'm not going to be mad or anything like that. That's not meant to be like a sarcastic backhanded thing. But yeah, man, it just the whole situation sucks and all of that. On a slightly brighter note, on Watchful Wolf's Twitter, he typed out, "Fine, we'll make our own unique game and whatnot." So maybe the H2M team will form their own studio and pursue a spiritual remaster of Modern Warfare 2 2009's multiplayer and whatnot. One that Activision wouldn't be able to cease and desist because it would be its own intellectual property. It wouldn't be borrowing assets from Call of Duty and whatnot. So, hopefully, something like that happens. It would be really cool if Watchful Wolf and everyone else made their own game. Totally cool. If they end up not going through with that though, because game development is brutal. As I have learned with my two games, The Takeover and Cheddar Scares for Whiskey Dingo's Game Jam. Whew. Cheddar Scares in particular. Fuck me, I don't like that game of mine anymore. I really don't. But this isn't about me. This isn't about me. This is about H2M. So, in short, rest in peace, H2M. What could have been, what could have been, and whatnot. And, I highly doubt that Watchful Wolf or anyone on the H2M team would be watching this video. But just in case, someone is, just in case you are, you don't have to apologize for the mod not coming out. I know that's a bit hypocritical coming from me because I am my own worst critic. As someone who has had some stream scuff happen, for instance, I would be profusely apologizing, for any disconnects that happened and whatnot. So for any longtime viewers who see me being so harsh on myself, but so quick to tell others no, you're fine and everything, maybe I'll get a flood of angry comments being like, hey, take care of yourself too, buddy. What is this, going on? But seriously, to the people behind this, you did an incredible job, of making the mod and everything, and it sucks to see all of that, not go down the drain, because I'm sure whatever experience you picked up along the way, you'll be able to continue on, whatever, separate game that you make, or if you want to try and pursue another another Call of Duty mod, wherever you go, the experience from this is still experience that you'll be able to carry for your other projects and whatnot. So not all down the drain, at least I would think not all down the drain anyway. I don't know. I wasn't one to work on it, so I can't speak, on that. But to see what could have been canceled right at the finish line and everything, and that stings. And I get where you all are coming from because, myself and a lot of others, we were super stoked for this. But then to not have it go through, not for it to not see the light of day and everything. And I get that. It sucks. But again, you don't need to apologize for anything. It's not your fault that, that it got shut down, and just take the time you need, honestly. Take the time you need to grieve, to step away, to do whatever you need to do, and all of that. And I've got faith that you guys will pick yourselves back up, whenever you feel ready. No rush, no whenever. But yeah. So just take things easy for the next couple days and next couple weeks, however long you need and everything. And yeah, that'll do it for this recording here. This was probably a bit disorganized and jumbled and whatnot. I definitely went off topic a couple times. and all of that. But I needed to get my thoughts out there on this somehow, as someone who talked about it, on Twitter, as someone who not talked about it, but like retweeted it, more so on Twitter, who talked about it on streams a lot this week, earlier this week, and all that, and just, yeah, and as someone who was excited, for it, but yeah, that'll do it. Everyone on the H2M team, I wish you all the best in, whatever you choose to do next. Again, take the time that you need to. Do not apologize, or do not feel like you need to apologize, I should say. I feel like saying, hey, don't say sorry is probably a bit too assertive, probably wouldn't help. So don't feel like you need to apologize. It's not your fault. You did the best that you could, and that's really all that, like, people can ask of, like, other people at the end of the day, is for them to just give it their all and do their best, and and go from there. But yeah, that'll about do it for this one. Yeah.